first baseman. Murray turns that 3-6-3 double play as well as anyone. Hernandez might have an edge on him because of the left-handed throwing.
Dempsey just saved a wild pitch. Saved the base. He is quick.
Baines has struck out twice. He's 0 for 6 in the series. Two and one.
Well, if you're looking for a man to get you back in the ballgame with one swing, you got the situation right here. Bruce has got Baines up, right-hander, left-hander, percentage in his favor. If he looks inside, Dempsey sitting outside.
2 and 2. Baines led the major leagues in game-winning RBIs this year. Had the deciding hit in 22 White Sox victories.
About that last pitch, taking something off it, running it away and down, got Baines, who was trying to pull the ball to go after a bad pitch. It should have been 3-1 if he'd laid off.
He struck him out. That's number 10. And that kind of very innocent early dream.
Here's earlier in the ball game.
Earlier.
First and second situation, 1 out. Van Slaw struck out, Pichark thrown out. Here's a double by Renicky. Overthrow, Pichark backs it up. Now watch this throw. Over in the dugout, Renicky scores and Singleton goes to second. So an error helps the Orioles to a run.
That was the Singleton double later in the game. And that scored Renicky in the fourth.
That was preceded by a walk. So
look out, Ripken really levels one to left. Kittle going over, and it's off the wall. Ripken is around second, and he's in with a double on a ball which on another night I think would have been gone. Well, he said he wanted to be a minor league ball player when he was a kid, but his talents will take him far beyond those early horizons and maybe all the way to the Hall of Fame.
Ripken, with that close stance, has learned to look for pitches. Fisk sets up outside. He cuts the fastball inside, and many times as Kittle caroms off the wall, backed up by Rudy Law, holding him to a double. Somebody must have thrown something or said something to Ron Kittle, and now he wants an announcement made, and he's pointing out to a spectator, to the left field foul line umpire, Mike Riley. You may hear a PA announcement to ask the fans to settle back a little bit more. And Tony La Russa is going to go out and not really to argue about anything, but really to calm down Kittle. They have got, I think, Kittle has pointed them out. The umpires now are saying, we know who he is, and one of the security guards is being taken out to left field, and I think they've got the person spotted out there. La Russa still trying to calm Kittle down. I would bet that even with Murray, the slugger, the cleanup hitter, in this situation, the team player he is, he'll try and hit a ball the opposite way with Knauss, the man on second. See what he does.
He struck out twice against Bannister. Taps this one foul.
Pretty good pitch. Pull the string, trying to force him to pull the ball.
Eddie, 27 years old, a Los Angeles native.
Man sets up pitchers as well as anybody. He can look bad early in the count on pitches, set you up for late in the ball game with men and base.
It's this one in the air to center field. It's chasing Rudy Law back, but he's going to have room with Ripken tagging. He's got it. Here comes Cal for third. Law has a notoriously weak arm. Ripken is in there.
Would have been difficult for anybody with a strong arm to throw him out from there because it was relatively deep to left center field. And Ripken, with tremendous instincts, baseball instincts taught by his father, didn't hesitate a bit. Never went halfway, said, I'm tagging up and I'm going. Now they'll force the infield to come in.
Fielder, Gary Renicky.
Here's Ripken watching it all the way. And Cal Sr. tells him to hit the dirt. There's another Ripken, Billy, 18 years of age, who's in the Orioles system. He's an infielder playing Class A ball now. Gary Renicky has doubled and walked. And he scored both Oriole runs.
Sooner or later, they're going to have to get this guy's bat in the lineup every day. He's moving to third base, and they have to do it.
Chopped and fouled.
Renicky looking for a pitch up in the strike zone that he can get under a little bit better than the low pitch and drive to the outfield for the sac fly. Constant battle, pitcher, hitter, catchers trying to outguess each other, set hitters up. Left side for Renicky is playing halfway.
Inside 1-1. Down in the bullpen, it looks like Salome Barojas is warming up for the White Sox. Fisk stays in front of it. 2-1.
Pachorik down at first base is asking Durwood Farrell to check with one of the umpires on the bases. He thought that may have hit the bat and popped right out in front of the plate. Give you a look at it from that camera we've got stationed down in the right field line. Now hit it way out in front of the plate and just popped off this chest protector.
Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Renicky feared that he might have some problems with his back and that might inhibit him in his efforts to play third base if the Orioles were to switch him there in the future, but he's been looked at by several specialists, and in that regard he's been given the okay. Two-two pitch. Hit deep to left. Kittle going back. This one is on its way. This one is gone. The organization at the same time. The 0-2 to Singleton. 1-2. Ripken, who reached on the Rodriguez error, is at second. Renicky, who walked, is at first with one out in the last half of the eighth, and the Orioles leading it 4-0. Strikes. Singleton stepping out. Second baseman Rich Dower is the on-deck hitter. We can only hope for weather this beautiful when we go to Chicago tomorrow night. Had a 42-minute rain delay yesterday, but tonight, 71 degrees at game time. Just perfect. Lined, nice grab by Dybzinski, and he turns it into a double play. So Dybzinski, who just checked into the game replacing Fletcher, who was pinch hit for, takes a base hit away from Singleton and turns it into a double play. The Orioles don't add to their margin, but 4 runs looks like plenty for Boddicker as we go to the ninth. strikeout record of 14, shared by Joe Coleman and John Candelaria. The World Series record, of course, is more than that. Bob Gibson struck out 17 Tigers in 1968. In the playoffs, one away. Out. He hits Luzinski. It's the second man he's hit in this game. He hit Pachorik back in the second.
Pachorik with a curveball. He just ran a fastball into the elbow of Luzinski. Some of the people are leaving here to beat the traffic, I think probably unaware of what you just told our television audience, that he is one strikeout away of tying a record. A marvelous performance today by that man and the left fielder, Gary Renicky.
First baseman, Tom Pachorik. Steinberger, love you.
And nothing like some dignified behavior. Pachorik takes a strike. Murray
Fielder, Ron Kittle.
Stewart up once again. He was up 2 innings prior to this, along with Sippy Martinez. Dempsey with another conference with Boddicker. Although Boddicker did not have a big inning build-up during the course of the season, as hard as he's been throwing those breaking balls, it's got to take a little bit out of your arm.
Kittle is 1 for 2 with a walk. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. Aurelio Rodriguez is on deck. A slow roller. Cruz comes in. Quick throw. Got it.
He has played a brilliant third base in these 2 ball games, even though that one line drive got by him off the bat of Pachorik yesterday. Look at how quickly he reacts. For a player moving from shortstop to third base, I think this is the toughest play to adjust to. The top ball. At shortstop, you've got a little more time, and you've got the third baseman to cut in front of you and take that ball if it's at shortstop. But he reacted quickly. He knew he could not waste any time, and with that powerful throwing arm, threw a bullet. Mike Squires, the only left-hander available now, getting loosened up. Mark Hill is left on the bench, and Dave Stegman, 2 right-handed hitters.
So Rodriguez will be hit for with Squires. And then we'll get back around to Hairston, who is still in the lineup after being used an inning ago as a pinch hitter.
Attention, please. For the White Sox, batting for Aurelio Rodriguez, number 25.
Mike Spanky Squires. We checked, and unfortunately, the White Sox have no one nicknamed Alfalfa or Buckwheat, but this is Spanky Squires.
I told you earlier that 7 of the strikeouts, Boddicker, has been against left-handed hitters.
Goes flying, and it's strike 1.
I couldn't really tell if that was the curveball or if that was the Fosh that he talked about earlier, that modified forkball. He was way out in front. Show you how badly Squires gets schooled on this. Curveball. You can see that wrist flop over. Finger poised up. He looked like he threw a knuckle curve right there, like Don Sutton throw.
Little squibber, which Boddicker fields and throws him out. So, although the Oriole infield obviously was playing back, willing to concede the run, on that ball, nobody was going anywhere, so the shutout remains intact. And Hairston is the only guy who stands between Boddicker and a complete game blanking. He's thrown a lot of pitches, 130. strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 4-0 Baltimore, top half of the ninth. Felt the same way as everybody else here. 3-2 pitch. He walked in and they're loaded. Julio Cruz now, he hit only 3 home runs during the season. And what little power he has is almost exclusively from the right side of the plate. Strike one. Due to the fact that the ball game is run a bit late, the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson will not be seen tonight.
He's got the situation set up now, doesn't he? I run at the plate in Cruz, but he's way ahead 0-2, and he's not going to take it downtown.
Cruz gets a piece of it, and it is a foul ball by inches.
Jimmy Leland, the third base coach, is not sure that it was. He goes over and talks. That is an awfully close one. Leland walked out to the third base umpire, Davey Phillips, and said, "Any chance you overrule him?"
Had that one been fair, not only would the shutout have gone out the window, but the tying run would have been in scoring position. Cruz would have had at least a double the way he can run.
1-2. One pitch for the record. There it is! Tied it.
Boddicker closes it out in fitting fashion. It was a struggle in the 8th and the 9th. He left the bases loaded here in the final inning, but he fans 14, goes the distance with the shutout, and he's in the record book, along with Coleman and Candelaria. Back to Baltimore in a minute.